Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back everybody on this wonderful Wednesday for another YouTube video. I thought we would take a nice and chilled out approach with this one. We're not going to really spend too much time focusing on any one specific cryptocurrency, but taking a look at the market as a whole. You guys know that I'm exceptionally bullish on crypto, despite the kind of sentiment that is taking place right now. There's lots of pessimism, lots of negativity, lots of fear. I think the market index is at extreme fear for crypto. This is a recency syndrome taking place. This is essentially people who haven't been in the market for very long, getting shaken out and not really understanding what's going on. There is a bigger picture at play here. Bitcoin and crypto as a whole is on a journey. In yesterday's video, and we're not going to focus on it too much, in our Cardano video that we made, we brought up a tweet from Adawale where he said the world population is 7.9 billion. The amount of people within that 7.9 billion that don't have internet is nearly half, 3.2 billion. The unbanked is 2 billion. The amount of people that own crypto is 0.1 billion people. And the actual active DeFi users, i.e. the people actually using cryptocurrency as a whole and not just hodling it as an investment, is even less than that, 0.005 billion. So there's an absolute adoption journey that the crypto space is on, and it's going to do very well as a result of it still being early in that adoption kind of curve. But in the sort of short to mid-term, which is what we're going to focus on in this video, we're really going to be looking at a number of patterns that could be in play for Bitcoin and the total cryptocurrency market. I think that this is just a pullback, and we are going to see new all-time highs this year for not only Bitcoin but many altcoins out there. We will take a look at Cardano and Ethereum later on in this video. But we really want to focus on Bitcoin and this potential head and shoulders. It hasn't confirmed yet, but I think it would be quite plausible to suggest that something like this happens. You can still go a bit lower. Remember, you have had a head and shoulders here that has a technical target of around about here, so you could come down a bit before then coming up and breaking out. This looks like a pretty textbook head and shoulders to me. I will show you that. I'll invert the chart very quickly for you. This is the Bitcoin chart essentially flipped on its head. There are a number of things. So why do I believe we're going to see more continuation in this bull run? Not just because I'm bullish, because there are technical and fundamental reasons why I believe this. This is one technical reason. You also have Elliott wave theory at play, not only for Bitcoin, but crypto as a whole, many altcoins. We've dived into it in detail in regards to Cardano. Ethereum has a similar thing. Even things like XRP have Elliott wave theory structure, although it's rather a peculiar one. So this is, one technical reason why you could see more. And this would give you a 70k plus Bitcoin price if this actually plays out. I think there's quite a good chance of it. Also, if we flip the chart back around, this is a bit of a cup and handle as well, ladies and gentlemen. And if we take a look at head and shoulders, you can see that it is pretty apparent. Head and shoulders it doesn't have to be a flat neckline being where the kind of head and shoulders pattern is formed. You can see this. Very common that you have sloped ones, or even something like this. They don't have to look perfect. You can see that they work to the downside as well as they do the upside, so you can have a reverse head and shoulders, which is what I've hopefully just shown you with Bitcoin. You also have that cup and handle structure in play. You have Elliott wave theory, you have Fibonacci levels, etc., etc. There's a number of metrics that are bullish to me, and one huge metric isn't just the adoption curve, but the fact that you've got people like Morgan Stanley double their Bitcoin holdings, their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust holdings. 62% of institutional investors have zero exposure to Bitcoin and plan to invest within the next 12 months. This is another one. Again, Morgan Stanley ramp up their investment in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. We're very early in the adoption curve, and ultimately, if you leave that off the table, you have a number of technical reasons why you should potentially be bullish. And this is the total money in crypto, which I'm going to bring up very quickly. You have a very similar thing at play here, guys, with this cup and handle structure. These are your cup and handles. We had one for Cardano here that we had pointed out when we were around about here, and it actually played out. We called that pretty beautifully. We're not going to get everything in these markets right, guys, but one thing that we've been spot on about is the direction. This is another cup and handle structure. They can work in a reverse as well. But to me, you've got a number of patterns, a number of bullish continuation patterns at play. And if we look at some of the altcoins like Cardano, you're in a falling wedge here that we've pointed out on a number of occasions. And Ethereum is at a bit of a kind of widening wedge, which is, believe it or not, a trend reversal pattern. Just in the same way that when you go up to the upside, you've got this kind of widening wedge that you break down of. it works in contradictory. So there's a number of things going on in the charts. Fundamental reasons, like I say, are just absolutely screaming bullish. Meanwhile, retail is bearish and getting very much blown around by crypto Twitter, which is a brutal place to be. If you're not already following me on Twitter, guys, head over to @RealAllInCrypto. You'll get some more timely updates. We had already posted this head and shoulders pattern. This, of course, is Bitcoin, the inverse chart of Bitcoin. This is the normal one that could potentially be at play. It's a potential play. It doesn't have to happen. You know, if, for example, you continue down, then, of course, you're kind of invalidating your left shoulder. And in regards to the total 2 as well, you can see you also have a bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming here as well, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see this? This is your left shoulder. This is your head. And this is your right shoulder. And you will have, this is a bit more of a symmetrical neckline, a breakout to that. So as a whole, there is a number of reasons to be bullish, and you guys know we bring this chart up time and time again for you. This is the journey. This is our kind of rainbow 4-year cycle theory chart that we've been bringing up for a while now, well before Bitcoin had reached any of the prices that it's at today. This is the journey that you're on, and you are repeating things in a very 2017 or prior to that 2013-esque manner. Remember, this is September here, guys. September in bull market seems to be a bearish month, leading into October, which seems to be very bullish. And that is really the bulk of what I had for you in this video. We'll take a quick look at Cardano. Cardano, of course, is just doing the same thing that it did here, that we set out for it a long time ago. We did think that this potentially could have been a break. You have slipped back into this wedge, but ultimately a break is coming, guys. I'm very confident about that. And the thing is, with a lot of the negative, I mean, it's been a pretty tough crowd recently, let me tell you that. Lots of people being very negative in the comments, which is fine. If you're a public, if you put yourselves out in the public, you have to expect people to tell you what they really think. And that's absolutely fine. You know, I'm a big advocate of free speech. I think everybody should be entitled to it. And everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But in a similar way to down here, when we were saying, look, you are going to break out. Those of you who've been following me for a while now will remember this. Everybody was very pessimistic, very against me down here. And the second we got up here, I was everybody's hero. And that's really sums crypto up and sums what we're going through currently up very, very nicely. When the price goes down, everyone gets bullish. When it goes up, everyone gets... when the price goes down, everyone gets bearish. When the price goes up, everyone gets bullish. And that's really not how you should be an investor. You should invest in something based on the underlying fundamentals. Obviously, the technicals goes on top of that. And you should make that investment decision accordingly. You shouldn't just be an investor based on price. Because we brought up Amazon a number of times. When Amazon was extremely low, when it went from, in the dot-com boom, $107 to $7, nobody wanted to touch it. Now it's probably one of the biggest stocks in the world. Or, I can't remember where it is, 4th, 5th biggest stock in the world. And that was really what came out of the internet being a technological revolution. You've got blockchain, which is similar. This, of course, is Ethereum. Ethereum looks good to me as well. It looks to be doing a similar-ish thing, but not quite, where you're kind of just making these kind of marginal lower lows before we get continuation. We accumulated Bitcoin here because we said any low that comes from this is going to be marginal, and we're looking to be right. We've been largely right about the overall direction of these markets, and I think we're going to continue to be so. And I am expecting this year to end in a very similar way to your 2017. And prior to that, 2013, I'm expecting kind of FOMO blow off top. Remember, things like Google searches are still very, very low. Sentiment as a whole is low. It's all still to come. And it is sad. It makes me very sad that people are just so caught up on price and aren't really understanding what they're investing in. And that's what this channel is hopefully there to help some of you see the wood through the trees. It doesn't have to happen, but hey ho. So that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. If you're not already following me on Twitter, head over to @RealAllInCrypto. We're constantly updating you on there, ladies and gents, and we're going to continue to do so. To me, things look really bullish, and I'm super stoked to be on this journey with you all. Remember, this will at some point break out, and we are going to see new all-time highs before the end of the year. We're still very confident on our price predictions for things like Cardano. I think Cardano stands a very good chance of getting to $7.50 to $10. And in actual fact, in this next move from this breakout that we could see, you potentially are looking at a $5 to $6 Cardano price if the 3-wave plays out in the kind of way that we have set out for it, this being your 1 and your 2 wave. I'm rambling on now, guys. That was really all I had for you in the video. I just want to show you a number of patterns that are in play. People calling for this as a bear trap, a bull trap. A bull trap is essentially where you're kind of selling off, you have a little fake out and then go lower. It's too early to tell. You can't call this a bear trap until you've made a new low. So until you come out and take this low, then you can go say, okay, that was a bear trap. Or a bull trap, sorry. Whereas what you could be in right now, you could say, well, this is a bear trap. This is going to go low. Thinking the trend's going to continue, and then it pops out. So you can't really say that. You can't really. Nobody can claim victory yet. That's coming in the next 3 months. Believe me, the crypto Twitter space is going to be savage. That's really all I have for you guys. Excited to be on this journey with you. Stay positive. Stay safe. Enjoy your time. Don't spend forever looking at charts. That's somebody like myself's job, who is in charge of funds, etc., and makes videos. You guys can kind of take it easy and kick back. That's all I really have for you guys. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say I'll do in this video is financial advice. Hopefully I'll see you all on the next YouTube video. If you enjoyed the content, like us, always appreciate it. So as a comment. I'll catch you in the next one, ladies and gents. Have a fantastic Wednesday.